What's going on, guys, and welcome back to the channel, Pete's Carport. Thanks again for tuning in. What a beautiful day it is here in Tampa, Florida, and what an awesome day to introduce you guys our new family car. And what a cool way to start this off by showing you guys how to fix a very simple but yet very common issue. I believe it's the 07 to 2012 Nissan Pathfinders. The one we picked up is a 2008 Nissan Pathfinder, and we're getting a error code that is resulting from the crankshaft position sensor. So I'm going to go ahead and show you guys how to access that. It's a pretty simple fix, should take me about 30 minutes total time. So stay tuned, guys. Okay, so first thing you're going to want to do is jack the car up. Make sure you have plenty of support. Use some jack stands. I like to use the jack and jack stands. First, I jack the vehicle up. I lower the jack onto the jack stand, and then I reposition the jack to be right next to it. Just in case one of them happens to fail, I have two supports there. So I always highly suggest that. You could even put more if you'd like for extra security, but just make sure you're using a good jack point. There's a lot of frame on this vehicle to jack from, so you can see all along there. These heavier duty vehicles have lots of points to jack on, so that's the first thing. Second thing, take your tire off. I believe it was a 21 millimeter, the bolts that go around the wheel. There's 6 of them. Pull that right off. It should come off easily. The next thing to do, which I've already done, is remove your plastic piece. This is secured all along here with Phillips head screws, and once you get all those done, there are some on the upper bottom here. There's going to be one over here and also on this side, and it should pull right out very easily. Set that off to the side like I did. Try not to lose any of your screws because you're going to want to put that back in. Now here's where your crankshaft position sensor is. This is what it looks like. This is my new piece here. It's a very simple little piece. And I watched a couple of videos trying to figure out where this was, and theirs did not have the rubber boot on the one that I saw where I was able to find the sensor. And hopefully I can get enough light in here. You'll see right here, there's a rubber boot, okay? And it does not look like the sensor, so I'm going to pull that boot up, and underneath there, you're going to see your sensor is bolted in, and it has a plug in the top. So we're going to go ahead. Another thing you want to do is undo your negative battery cable before removing this. So I'm going to go ahead and get that done now. I just wanted to show you guys where the sensor is. And you're going to remove that bolt. I'm going to go ahead and grab my tools and find out what bolt size that is, but it's most likely 12 millimeter, but I'll fill you guys in. That's going to pull right out. We're going to plug our new one in, put it in, put our negative battery cable back on, and we're going to start her up. So let me go ahead and get my tools, and we're going to unbolt that. Okay, guys, so I got it out. It is a 10 millimeter bolt that holds that in, and this is how your sensor is going to look when you get it out. Now, mine had a ton of oil on the inside, so I went ahead, I grabbed myself some electric cleaner, and I'm going to clean the other end of the plug that's up in there really good, let that dry out before we put it back together. Also, one other thing I wanted to mention is throw some gloves on, and you can see I cut myself a little bit. The aluminum shield here gets very sharp and it's hard to get in there. Also, I went and picked up another set of socket wrenches from Harbor Freight, mainly because I couldn't find my small extension. This is about what I use to get it off. It's really easy to get that in there. It's a tight squeeze, but not nearly as tight as some other parts I've taken off. And now you're just going to put it back in the same way we took everything out. We're going to get that back in there, put our cover back on, get our wheel back on, and we're going to start her up. So I'm going to go ahead now and get everything back in. We're going to start it and make sure everything works. Okay, guys, so that was a quick fix video on basically the new car we've got in the fleet. This is going to be our family travel car. It replaced the Volkswagen VR6, the Passat wagon. Very sad to see that go, but it's going to somebody who's going to have a kid on the way and wants something fun to drive around daily. So I'm excited that he's going to utilize the car, maybe put some more horsepower into it. Him and his friends love the Volkswagen. They want to build a few different ones, so they all picked up similar cars, so that's really cool to see. This car is gonna, I'll do a full walkthrough, some of the features, everything. It's a very basic model, but I absolutely love how easy everything is to work on, to use. I just literally got that sensor changed out in about 20 minutes. So go ahead, let me know in the comments anything you guys like to see on this vehicle. Like I said, there'll be a full review of it in the near future. Thanks again, guys. This is Pete's Carport. Hopefully that helped one of you guys out there who needs to change that sensor out. Have a great day.